I will be interviewing Dan Lenner about sports breaks and what's wrong with the industry. Hey, Facebook user says, Jeremy, how's it going to Facebook user? That being said, Dan, how are you doing today?
I'm alive, buddy. I'm alive. Living the dream.
Amen. So I have to ask, because inquiring minds would want to know, why did you get into doing the sports break memorabilia business?
Um, Honestly, I don't even know why. I got invited by a buddy of mine to a card break, and then I was into all that stuff for almost a year. And that's hit or miss, and that's big money right there you're spending. Dropping $500,000 on a one box break of cards and not making nothing. And then another buddy invited me over to this guy's page, saw helmets, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that." And everyone's autographed. I was like, "Let me try this out." So I dabbled in that for a little bit, and then I was like, "Yo, I like this." I've reached out, made a couple connections, and then just kind of started rolling.
That's awesome. Now, now that you've been doing it a while, you got into doing something that a lot of people don't do. You got into customizing these mini helmets out here.
Yes, sir.
And what made you decide to start doing that?
Buddy.
I absolutely. Okay. Speaking of which, when I say he customizes helmets, I shit you not. He customizes helmets. And that's a beautiful drip job on a Justin Jefferson Flash.
And the two-tone face mask on that.
Yeah, you did great on it. I love it. All my stuff's on display now.
Hell yeah.
I'm working on building my own custom case. I want to do something lighted. Doesn't even need to have a front on it. But I'm thinking about making it like a 7x7
Yep.
cubes, 4 wide, 4 down.
Get the little the turntable spinners for it, so you have them spinning at all times.
Oh, that is Steve Bauer. This says, "What's up, guys from Flint Town?" That being said, so I know you've got a lot to say about it. What is wrong with the industry today?
What's wrong with the industry today? Well, first we'll start off with this. Anybody that freaking can find 5 or 6 helmets thinks they can be a freaking breaker now. So you got 800 different rooms popping up daily, people falling out. The guys that are established to give you good value aren't able to keep hanging around now because the people that were playing with them for all that period of time, they got conned into coming playing with somebody else, or people holding their stuff hostage, letting them put shit on consignment. So right there, that's the first problem with the breakers. That everybody thinks they can do it. There's just too damn many of them right now.
Right.
Um, it's the off season and the way the economy is right now that slows down the amount of money it's able to flow through it.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
don't help.
oh hell no! Like if it was during the season, you still have guys moving stuff daily, no problem. It wouldn't snap fill like stuff did with that COVID money, but it would still fill. Right now, you
Mm-hmm.
got quality stuff being up for like 2 3 weeks at a time now, waiting for them to fill. And you got these guys that are razzing helmets off, which is basically a raffle for everybody that doesn't understand what that is. It's like 10 spots. Everybody pays $15. You run a random. Whoever hits the top at the end of the random gets it. You got them being ran all over the place by everybody, and nobody actually monitoring what they're putting up there and controlling the market the way it should be. You like guys take a $100 helmet and they're lining it for $400, and nobody's saying a damn word to them. But then you got guys that are taking Patrick Mahomes, which is a $700 helmet, or Tom Brady, which is an $1,800 to $2,000 helmet, and they're lining them things at $1,200 because they're desperate right now with the way the times are. Instead of these people just reaching out to them and being like, yo, if you need to move something cheap, I'll help you out. We'll put you in contact with these guys. The guys that run these Raz rooms are just letting them put them up there, and it kills the entire market value for everybody. Because everybody can be like, oh, well, this one's sold for that, so that's what the comps are on it.
And you got guys like me that own a retired Hall of Famer's helmet, which until he got back with working with the Lions, he had almost no signatures out there. Now his signatures everywhere, and it drives down the price.
Which one?
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry Sanders has been with Steiner Sports for a while. He stopped signing for a bit there. Now, I'm a freaking Barry Sanders magnet. I hit probably 2-3 him a month now. Not even trying for him. I'm getting him. It all depends. Like, did I show you the Walter Payton I had a couple weeks back?
No.
Yeah, the $3,000 helmet. And I knew there was no way in hell that I'd be able to line that or put that in the break to make those numbers work. So I traded it for 5 other helmets.
Yeah, 5 lesser helmets, so you have at least somewhat of the value.
2 Mahomes, Dan Marino, Terrell Owens, and Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's a pretty good trade.
It worked out good for both of us. The guy that traded for it's a huge collector and actually PC stuff. He built a whole stand for it in his house, got the jersey, the autographed helmet, everything now.
How's it going, Smoking Jeremy? Someone says it is fantastic. Glad to be home, sitting in AC and talking with a buddy about what he does for a living here.
Absolutely.
So let everybody know, what is the name of your break page?
My page, if you want any custom work done, it's Mad Lab Custom Creations on Facebook. It's also on Twitter and something else. I don't remember which one that's on. And then if you want to get into my breaks and stuff right now, it's over at the Locker Room Sports on Facebook. Sports and Cards, some shit like that.
Nice.
I joined up with a new group there just to kind of get my stuff out to more people.
Absolutely. All right, that's Joseph Host from Lansing there. Good to see you, buddy. I met him when I went to the Seahawks game. God, that game sucked. Only defensive stop they had the entire damn game. And we're going to rerun that play to a play clock malfunction. Next play, touchdown.
Yeah, that's how it works. The NFL scripted.
And that happened while we were walking down the steps to meet each other out in the smoking area because it was almost halftime. Facebook user, it sucked. Yeah, I know, Joseph, it did. Just think about it. If that touchdown doesn't happen, the Lions win that game. They outscored them in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, that touchdown at the end of the half is what gave them the lead that was insurmountable. That's all I was getting at.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, but that happened in the first half, the interception. That wouldn't have mattered. That happened before that particular play, Joseph.
See, this is what I'm talking about. What's wrong with this hobby? We're literally just sitting here talking about what's wrong with the hobby here, right?
Mm-hmm.
My buddy just sends me a DM here. He goes, okay, so I just witnessed some really shady shit in an RSA mystery break. And then he sends me a picture of this helmet. He goes, have you ever seen an RSA mystery box open where the helmet is wrapped in the flour bag and everything inside it and the bubble wrap in there? I'm like, no, never once. Which means that the person doing that break opened that box already and put that helmet in it. So that's something else wrong with the hobby right there. Dishonest people.
Yeah, I see that, Joseph. He tried to do talk to text, and it came out all sorts of messed up. Oh, yeah, that is exactly what you were talking about. And there's one more thing too you were talking about too, like the way some of the lines are ran
Oh,
for a break.
like the roulette one?
Yeah,
Okay, like a roulette. There's two different styles of it. The one that I personally use, I'll do 16 spots. And right off the bat, I tell you the box price is $216 for this break, for that box. We do 16 spots. We run a random. The top 8 are free. The bottom 8 pay 27 apiece. So it's a static number what they're paying. There's no variation of anything on it. And the box price doesn't change at all. Then we give everybody 2 random teams for those 16 spots. Everybody's still in the break, but it's a way for some people to play for free, some people to crowdfund it basically. But now a lot of these Raz rooms are doing roulettes where it's 50 spots, and we'll say there's 5 free, like 1, 3, 5, 8, and 21. If you land on those numbers, you get your spot free. All the other ones after the randoms ran, whatever spot you land on, that's the amount you have to pay. So if you land on 50, 49, 48, so on and so forth, that's the number you're paying.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now, these guys are lining $400 helmets. Do the math on a 50 spotter like that. You're
Yeah,
paying damn near $1,000 for that helmet.
right. And it might be only a $200 or $300 helmet or less even. Just a lot of your fillers. And let me explain to the uneducated out here what the filler is in the brake world. A filler is just a normal helmet with a normal guy. It might not have a big value. Uh, like right now, a Kenny Galladay is a filler.
Right now, if you see a Kenny Galladay in a break, I'm going to slap somebody.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. It would
Yeah.
be a filler.
A Kenny Galladay is a helmet you poop in and send to somebody you hate.
Somebody actually suggested on 97.1 the ticket that we reach out and bring back Kenny Galladay. I was like, for what? He's only good with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, and only before he got paid.
Yeah. I mean, what do you have? Five receptions?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think he had the worst career of any wide receiver in New York Giants history.
I thought Kenny wants to join the Lions this year. He probably does, but I don't want him. If you want him, you got to be crazy. The guy I'd love to bring back, and I think this is the year where it might be good enough to do it. It's a ring chaser. Guess who you could bring back to mentor this young D line? Sue, at a good price. You could probably get him for about 4 or 5 million for the year as a mentor.
Yeah, he's definitely a ring chaser. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. But with the way they're predicting the year to go for the Lions, this would be a year we'd be a target for him.
Yeah, I can honestly see him ending up back with Philly again later on in the year.
He never submitted his paperwork to retire. He's still on the free agent list.
Yeah, money talks to a lot of people. I had somebody reach out to me today about a freaking Sue. They wanted me to do one of those Michael Strahan helmets, the way I did the Stomp You Out one, with Nam Kong Sue stomping on Aaron Rodgers. I was like, I will absolutely do that.
Yes. Make a double. You know who wants it. What would be the price on that?
I don't know. I'd have to figure out where the hell you can find a Sue one right now. I haven't seen his in about a year now.
I know. I remember when you won the one. Didn't you win it?
No, I pulled one in a freaking random mystery box, and that was I think Dan Davis actually ended up winning that.
Yeah, because it was his Nebraska one.
Yep. I could get an Aaron Rodgers autograph helmet and paint it to look like Sue stomping on Rodgers' dame.
That must be one of our former podcasters there. Two of my best bros I call family. Hey guys.
Oh, I can't see.
I got to go on Facebook to see who it was.
It's the birthday.
Oh, that's Quinn Cook.
Ah, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, that motherfucker's pretty cool. I like the Cook boys. I tell you what, if you want a source of some college information you never thought you could get, they're it.
Dude, he pulls out like the most obscure player stats for like the most obscure little freaking town in the middle of like East Bumfuck Israel, and he'll tell you this guy's stats.
He says, "Hey, Lenner."
What's up, dude?
But I'll tell you what, if you want something done to a helmet and you want to make it yours and unique and something like that that'll actually increase the value, he's the guy to talk to. That's no bullshit. That's just telling you what I've seen. I've seen a Packers fan at Sam's Club today. I let him have it. Said the Lions are going to win the division this year. He said the Packers finished last. He got mad. That probably would be the case. You guys would know. You're down there watching them all the time. Now that they live in Kansas.
Man, he showed me a video of the tornado the one day there. I was like, man, why the hell would you live there? Dude has a cannon of an arm and is deadly with his feet.
Nice.
So he's Anthony Richardson.
Or Malik Willis. I'm just kidding.
I really wish the Lions would have signed him just to make his man's head explode.
Only a freshman. Oh yeah, so we got 2.5 years to wait to see him in the draft. Maybe 3. 5-star recruit. Nice.
How the hell did Kansas State get a 5-star recruit? Oh, NIL. Duh.
Oil money.
That's why Texas had the recruiting class they had.
Oil money.
You know what I find really funny that a lot of people don't realize? Just how much money the University of Texas is really worth.
Oh, it's a lot.
They own a majority of the oil fields in Texas.
Right. The alumni does.
No. The school actually owns them on their property.
That being said, the other team that's worth a lot, and it's because their alumni donate everything under the sun with what they make, is Alabama. I think Texas is number 1, Alabama's 2, then it's like the California teams, USC and UCLA.
All those corrupt.
And then it's Michigan, Ohio State, and the rest in Florida. That pretty much rounds out probably the top 10.
Probably.
Because after that, the money is all about the same as far as what the actual universities have.
For the most part, yeah.
Brent DeWitt says, would love to have Sue's nasty attitude back on the D-line. PFF finally got something right by ranking both of our tackles in the top 19. Well, it is true. Okay. Shoot, what's your question, Facebook user? That's probably Quinn. There's a chance we'd have taken him, but I think Branch was the guy they were targeting in the second round after the Laporta pick the entire time. And the reason why they traded up with Green Bay is Green Bay was actually had him big on their board. So I don't know what Brad Holmes did to sway their mind to let him trade 45 to go back to 48. I don't know if he lied to him and said, hey, we're going to take Hendon Hooker here. I'm just saying. He might have pulled the wool over their eyes and just said, screw it, we're taking Branch.
Yeah. I don't see people trading with him too much more in the future.
Right, because it's like we fleece people. I mean, we traded back twice and ended up with Hooker in the third round after that. And I'll say it again, just like I did on draft day. It's great having an expensive call girl at a low downtown rate price. Leonard. I think we will cut Levi with an injury settlement. He'll be injury waived by the time the preseason starts if he hasn't came to the mandatory camps here in 2 weeks. That's my opinion on that too.
Mm-hmm. So, like, that one is still I don't get. Like, they knew how bad his back was. Why the hell did they draft him?
Well, no, he passed the physical. That's why they drafted him. And then he re-injured it at OTAs. And then he re-injured it when he came back in the season. Then he re-injured it when he came back at the beginning of OTAs last year, which is why he ended up needing surgery and sat out. I'm sorry, if you get a major injury that you're still trying to heal, they're called voluntary OTAs for a reason. Sit your ass home.
Bonus money, man. Bonus money.
I know, everybody wants that bonus. I think this is where the coaches and GMs and the agents need to step in and look at them and go, no.
Facts. That was weird.
That's the rumor I heard, Brent DeWitt. Grassi's reaction to getting Branch was epic. Didn't Brad tell them he wanted Hooker? That is the rumor I heard, is that he told Green Bay we were going to take the quarterback, Hendon Hooker, at 45. And they were like, okay, we'll trade back with you. And then we said, you've been duped. Brian Branch is the pick. And I'll tell you what, Branch is a great pick because he can also play nickel corner. Mm-hmm. And he can sit behind somebody to learn how to do it well behind CJ.
I only got him for 1 year, so.
Yeah, we only got Chauncey for 1 year. So basically, Branch will be following in his footsteps and doing it at the dime slot.
Yep. I still don't understand how the hell anybody got him for only 1 year. The guy was freaking amazing last year.
Did you hear his interview?
Part of it.
The one where he was talking about why he signed with the Lions?
No, I heard the one where he said that Philly ain't shit.
That was great. But anyways, CJ came on with that Danny that does the interviews of all the Lions players, in the offseason and whatever, and said, what made you want to be here? He goes, when I watched that primetime game versus the Packers, when Kirby Joseph lost an interception due to a penalty, and then 2 plays later, he turned around and picked them off again, and they just showed a fight and would not quit in that game, and I want to be a part of it. That's what he said. And that's why we got the deal on him we did. I mean, he should have been easily able to get closer to like a 7, 8, 9 million a year deal, multi-years somewhere else. Mm-hmm. For how he played, he was a top 20.
And he led the league in interceptions.
Yeah. He was sorry, internet. Oh, yeah, that happens out there in the middle of corn and oil fields.
His neighbor's cow was chewing on his internet lines again.
We still haven't signed about $15 million worth of rookies. We've only signed 3 of them so far, because all that we've had right so far has been voluntary OTAs. The mandatory camp doesn't come up for another 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks to sign them all.
Slackers, we got our whole class all signed already.
We were waiting to see if we had to move money. I know that they were looking at possibly doing a big splashy signing. I just have a gut feeling. But Dan Campbell came out in the presser today and said that D-Hop is not a target. Thank God.
I don't know if I'd be upset if they signed D-Hop.
Say what?
I don't know if I'd be upset if they freaking went and signed D-Hop, though.
Well, if you look at his snap counts, he averages every 3rd game missing a quarter or a half. So you add that up, that's the exact amount of time that everybody bitched about Swift missing.
Nah.
Ability is the best ability.
Look at all his snap count, though, where he was the focal point of that offense, though.
Yeah, but that's because Kyler Murray is a midget and he can actually see him over the O-line.
Yeah, pretty much. Kyler Murray plays like an angry toddler.
I saw a meme and it was funny. It showed a toddler being walked by football players and it said Bryce Young being led to the field in OTAs.
Like, you know what? The only tiny quarterback I'll give any credit to like that was Drew Brees. But you know what? What did he have that these other guys didn't have? A fucking brain.
Right.
He
And
read
the only other one that that's even close is Russell Wilson until last year.
Mm-hmm.
But Russell was able to get it done a lot earlier in his career because he had a better team around him.
Yes.
But I think that's the only two short quarterbacks that's really been super successful.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that would be a good place for him to go. If D-Hop went back to Houston, it would really help with Stroud's development. Oh, he had birthday dinner, shrimp and steak. I'd rather see them use the extra money to extend Justin Jackson. How much do you think that would be? He'd probably be like a $3 or $4 million a year guy because he'd be third or fourth on the depth chart still. And I think Ibrahim's been doing good at camp. Gibbs has been exceptionally well. They've been lining him up at wide receiver. But we're going to get into that here really soon at 9:30 on my show, the Kneecap Biting Show. This right here is more about breaks. Speaking of which, everything in this room except for one helmet that I have is from Dan Lenner's Breaks.
Because I'm awesome.
You are awesome. But anyways, the only one that isn't is my Charles Harris because I actually went and met him.
Yeah. Sorry, we had to move here so I charged this while I was doing it.
Oh yeah. But, yeah, that's that stray hand.
Yeah. With that ass stomp you out across the top.
Yeah.
STSs got boring. Had to do cool stuff to them then.
Oh, the salute to service? Yeah, they kind of went away from the camel stuff and went plain.
Well, in what is it? Next year they have the the desert camo one coming out.
Oh, Jonah Jackson. Jonah Jackson is probably going to be close to about what Glasgow got when he went to Denver. He'll probably be somewhere between a 10 and 12 million a year guy.
How many years is Glasgow signed for?
Glasgow, we signed him for 1 year. And King SJ says, very cool, Dan Lenner, about the Michael Strahan.
Thank you.
I still think I agree with the other guy that said if that was a Sue and it showed Aaron Rodgers laying underneath him, that would be amazing. Sue stomp you out. That's the letters that it would be out there.
Okay. We hold on. We're going to find it now. I'm sitting home.
They can't be as much anymore. He's still playing. And he's not playing at an all-pro level either. Should be like a filler price, right?
Shit. It all depends. Let's see. Shopping. About $1.50. That's not horrible. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Only 150.
Yes, that's on the high end of filler prices, right? Mm-hmm. And Quinn goes, "Yo, Lenner, I got the Xbox back."
I actually got my shit hooked up, dude. He asked me the other night if I was going to hop on. It was like 11 o'clock to play Warzone. I'm like, dude, I don't even have any of my stuff hooked up anymore. I got a brand new PS5. I played it twice in the past 3 months.
Well, Goff just followed D-Hop on Instagram, and Mr. Pike already said, Oh, future indication?
Future indication of how to get paid more.
There's lots of people that follow other players. That sounded like an igniter on a store.
That was. I told you I can't find my lighter.
Ah,
So I used a big one.
nice. I don't even know when it's happening, and if it happens on any day other than a Sunday or Monday, I can't get it done.
What, CJ?
Yeah,
Oh, down at Pro Sports Zone with John Yu?
yeah.
I saw a post for it the other day. How was it?
June 17th at John's store.
Was that Wednesday, right?
Yep, I won't be able to go.
It's Wednesday.
Hello.
What is it? My buddy's going to the CSA show down in Chantilly, Virginia, the 25th through 24th through 26th or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Hooker's going to be there signing. I'm trying to get him to get me a Hooker with the inscription. We prefer to be called streetwalkers.
Oh, God, that's great.
Or sex workers.
What? Better yet, best-selling jersey on 6 Mile.
Yes. Yes. Oh, shit.
Come on, that would be a great inscription.
It would. We prefer sex worker.
Sex worker.
Dude, that's what they call themselves now, man.
Hookup artists.
Hookup artists. High-end escort, quiet.
High-end sexetary. Yep, June 17th from 12 to 2.
That rain, man, dropped that temperature. That's nice. It was a 95 out there.
Whoa. What's up, buddy?
Why?
That was the guy also known as Richard Head.
Oh. I like Richard Head better.
Yeah, I know, it was great. Wise Bearded Dad, you available for 9:30?
9:30. Is Hooker redshirting this year?
Yeah, they're basically redshirting him this year because his ACL is not even going to allow him to be ready before the season starts. You know what I'm saying? So I would redshirt him.
Yeah. Only be an option in a very performance-based contract on the low.
Kenny G should only be an option in a very performance-based contract on the low. I would sign him for the league minimum of $850,000. And most of that in incentives.
Fuck that. I'd block his phone number.
You would. You had the worst version of Kenny G we've seen.
But if I ever saw him in person, I'd punch him right. I'd punch him right in the ankle. It'll break.
No, you can go ahead and say what you wanted to say. You were going to punch him right in the
cocksucker.
Remember, we are a TVMA show.
Gotcha.
That has not changed. I refuse to be filtered.
Yeah. I tried to be nice and be politically correct with everybody and be nice, and then it still gets you nowhere. And,
right, so you might as well be the dick you are.
Dude, exactly. You saw my post last night.
Hell yeah. I was liking and laughing at all of them.
I got a message this morning about that. My buddy goes, yo, what the hell happened last night? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I saw all your posts. He goes, what caused all that? I'm like, I was bored.
It's ready to cause chaos.
Exactly. Today I choose violence.
So that being said, thank you, Dan Lenner, for chiming in coming in here. It's been a great show. I appreciate your insight into the Sports Break Memorabilia business. And remember to check him out at Mad Lab Custom Creation. Check out his breaks, all of that. He has some really, oh, look at that. Oh, who is that?
There's nobody on this one yet. This one's going to Jalen Highlight.
Woo! Dragon scale.
Yes, sir. It mimics freaking hydro dip, but it's all painted.
You did that by hand?
Airbrushed it.
See what I mean by custom shit that looks good? That was sick. First, I've never seen Giants in those colors, but it works.
It's a lighter blue, but if I would have went with the dark blue, it wouldn't have looked right with the way it came out.
Now, if you did all the lines and the scales in black and, you know, a blue like on that jersey behind me and silver for the other scales, someone might be interested in that. And don't even have to be signed. I just want the helmet.
So I think that's what I like. Unsigned helmets better than them now, just because I say screw it, I'm going to go play with something.
So if you want to try that scheme out, let me know.
I'll show you this Raiders one that I'm working on for my buddy. Sending it in for Bo Jackson. That thing's going to be bad.
Anything Bo Jackson, you know, you're talking about the very first untackable guy. He could not be tackled in a video game ever. Tecmo Super Bowl 3. that game, all you had to do was do the little duck move, and he broke 3 tackles at once.
Yep. Okay, you had Bo Jackson, then
Barry Sanders with the spin move.
Oh, then Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick. In the bootleg. You put him in the bootleg, if no one's open, just start running, and once he got past the 10 yards, no one was catching him.
Yep.
He was the fastest guy in the game at the time. Now it's Tyreek Hill, but somehow, I don't care. Jameson Williams and Tyreek Hill are the 2 fastest players in Madden, yet they get caught from behind.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense whatsoever.
Stamina.
Oh, that stamina bar is not empty, and they're still running with the turbo on. I don't think anybody should be able to catch them.
So I was listening to something the other day where Brian DeBall said, he goes, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are not the fastest men in the NFL because you didn't see this man run not hurt. Talking about that rookie from Tennessee we got.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt. Yep.
Yeah, supposedly he can run that 40 and 4.2 flat.
I'd love to see it, but I don't know.
Even so, I was like, yo, if you're under 4.3, you're fucking fast.
You're under 4.4, you're fucking fast. KG, he repeated it.
Kenny G should never be an option, man. Kenny G should be an option in some like knockoff dive bar jazz club somewhere.
Yeah, he's a great saxophone player, but not a football player.
Yeah, Kenny Golly can go blow a horn somewhere.
That being said, I want to give out a shout out to my sponsor, which is Gloss Negron, the window tinner at A1 Tire and Auto Repair in Cucaulin. Go out there, check him out. He'll give you guys a great deal if you mention you saw this ad. Window tinting starting at $200 for the full vehicle, which isn't bad at all.
No.
Thank you, Dan Lenner, for coming in. And like I said, go check out his page, Mad Lab Custom Creations. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Smokin' Jeremy B or at Ballreich Jeremy T. You can also find me, of course, on this channel on YouTube. Have a great evening, everybody, and look forward to talking to you soon.